Hey everybody, this is Sean V. Bradley, CEO of Dealer Synergy and the creator of AutomotiveInternetSales.com, and I am proud to announce my special guest today. His name is Joseph Argento. So, Joe, it's a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Sell it to the
Hello.
world.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
All right, good. So, Joe, let's just get right into it. You're a car salesman.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how did that happen?
Well, I was inspired. I have a good friend of mine sitting to the left of me that inspired me to get into the automotive industry. Showed me the benefits, the pluses, the minuses, and pretty much the fact that there's great potential and a great need for honest, integral salespeople in this world. So that's how I got into this industry.
He's being a little bit modest here. Again, I'm going to tell you what I know and what I think is that when I met Joe, Joe was working very hard. Joe, tell me what industry that you were in before.
I was in the restaurant industry.
How hard did you work?
Very hard.
Details.
Lots of hours, anywhere from 70 to 90 and a half hours a week. Every day in and out, grinding, managing a restaurant up in Pennsylvania. And it was long hours, and it was tough, and the financial end of it wasn't paying up to the work that you put in. The finances were not coming out of it the way that it should be.
Okay, so basically you worked in the restaurant industry, you put a tremendous amount of time, energy, hours into it, passion, but for various reasons, including the financial aspect fiscally, you weren't making the money that you felt that you deserved and you wanted, correct?
Yeah, correct.
However, on the flip side, you're not new to reading books, motivation. Tell us, some of the books that you used to read and what was the frequency and how you got involved in those books and those authors.
I started reading self-help and motivational books probably around the age of 16 years old.
How old are you?
27.
I don't know that. You got to tell them
Okay,
stuff.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Relax, baby. We're on TV. It's all
Yeah,
good.
no, so I was inspired. My father was big into Tony Robbins and big into self-help and motivational books. And after his passing, I went through some stuff, and I realized at some point that I needed to get myself in line. And first book I came across was Unleash the Power Within, Tony Robbins. And that kind of led me on to a search of other books like that. And I started reading Napoleon Hill. Laws of Success in 16 Lessons, Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil, How to Prosper in Hard Times. So I began this quest of self-improvement and constantly have been in pursuit of it ever since. Obstacles come up and here and there, but I always continually pursued my self-education.
And you've read The Secret as well?
Oh, that's a very powerful book. I don't even know how I read The Secret, The Power, The Magic. I have all three of them.
All from Rhonda Byrne?
All from Rhonda Byrne.
Okay, so explain really quick the difference between The Secret and then, The Power Within, The Magic, and all that stuff.
Okay. The Secret is pretty much a preliminary book that came with a movie that really intrigued me because the movie visually got me going. It really kind of worked my mind in a way that got me thinking about how the world really works and how this power within that we have and we don't quite utilize it to our full potential. And so I started using little techniques that I learned from the book, visualization and meditation and just different things, writing down goals and putting pictures in a book and
projecting, forecasting, visualizing.
Yeah, so that is.
So the book was about the laws of attraction, manifestation. What about the other books from Rhonda?
The Power. It was pretty much honing in more on your natural power and really being able to cultivate your inner power and realize that you have the potential to do anything and everything that you want, but you have to want it, and you have to have a constant burning desire every day, regardless of situation that you're in. You have to be able to have the how do you say, like, projection of what is to come. You can't constantly be boasting in negative emotions and surrounding yourself with negative people and taking negative actions. If you want to get somewhere, you have to have your thoughts and your words and your actions all in a line to do that kind of thing. And with the Magic is another book that kind of just follows up and follows through about the magic of the world, the magic of life, and the beauty that it is, and how we need to learn to really, really show gratitude and for everything that we have, and for everything that we are, and all the lessons that we learn in life that we're so blessed to come in contact with.
Okay, and on your Facebook, you have a picture of a book. What book is that?
The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People.
So what about that book did you like and enjoy, and what did you get out of it?
A lot. Each habit develops upon the prior habit as to how to really prioritize and how to be more of a proactive person. At the same time, being able to balance your whole life from work and family life, spiritual life, and hobbies and activities. But it really, really helps you to be able to create a realistic plan for yourself.
Time management, organization, leadership, putting first things first, and everything in between. Now, how do you feel taking all those books from Napoleon Hill, from Dr. Stephen Covey, from Rhonda Byrne, and Tony Robbins, and you put all that information into your head? What is your philosophy about just success, life, relationships, professionalism?
Sum it up, you get out what you put in. And if you're not going to put any effort into your own prosperity, in your relationships, in your work, and your spiritual life, and every other area of your life that you want to improve, if you're not willing to have a little foresight, and if you're not willing to work hard for it, you're not going to be able to accomplish those things. And I think that is a little saying that I kind of came up with, that you have to dream first, and then from that dream you have to work at it really hard, and then after the working you have to that's when you will achieve and you will receive. So now in between those steps, there's obviously processes. The working part is going to be more developing a strategy and a plan, a roadmap up to where you want to go. The dreaming part is obviously where you develop your thoughts and what you want out of each area of your life. And then obviously from the working part, you're going to achieve and receive all the blessings that you're asking for.
Wow. Let's go into the experience. So I kind of tell you about the car industry, and you know what I do and what Karen does, and it was intriguing. Did you think, let's just keep it 100, we're always real with our audience here, did you think it would be easy to get a job in the car industry?
I don't expect easy to be something that I come into contact with, to a certain extent. I'm willing to put the effort in.
Did you expect, people think it's just a car job, it's just a car salesman. Did you think that when you applied for a car dealership that you would just get a job?
Yes.
Yes.
I believe.
I thought you were.
I believe that I can achieve anything, so I was able to do it. I didn't expect for it just to be handed to me.
But here's the thing. Most people have this misconstrued. Most people think that it's a car salesman, it's not a big deal. It's a car salesman, it's not a big deal. They work at a car dealership, it's not a big deal. And I got to tell you, a lot of people are misinformed. They think that any schmuck or schlep could turn around and sell cars. And can you just share, how long did it take you to get hired at a dealership? How many interviews? How much time did you wait for callbacks? And just share with the people out there how and what you went through to get this job.
Well, first of all,
From your heart, man.
yeah, I am a numbers guy. The way I see things is it comes down to numbers. So when it comes down to it, the way I broke down the situation is you want to look at top 5 car brands, selling car brands in the industry if you want to be successful and if you want to make a significant amount of money. So you got Toyota, Honda, Nissan, Chevy, Ford. And from there, then I broke it down into dealerships in a half-hour radius of where I live in Marlton, New Jersey. And from there, then I looked at the best dealerships, the highest volume dealerships in each one of those brands as to who's moving the most, who has the most history of success. And so then from there, I went and I applied. And from the application process, pretty much every day I went in and applied. I had an initial interview right there on the spot. And so that gave me hope right off the get-go. As far as the 5 places that I applied,
Don't mention the Don't mention the names.
no, of course not. 3 of them pursued me for a second interview. 2 of them never even followed up or contacted me any further than the initial interview. And then from those 3, it was a process of, for over a month, me 2-3 times a week calling and persisting after getting a second interview, which then after about 3-4 weeks I got the second interview on each place, and then a third interview, and then the final and 4th interview with the GMs. And from there I was offered a job at all 3 places. And
well, let's stop right there. You're offered a job at 3 places. I know the story, obviously. That's why I'm jumping in, because I want to hit certain points so viewers could understand. A couple of the stores that you went into, share, and again, no names, what was the ambiance? What was the culture of the salespeople and the people there that was kind of surprising or?
I saw things that I liked, and I saw things that I didn't like.
What did you like? What did you not like?
What I saw that I liked is at certain places the professionalism, the constant work ethic every time I was inside the store. Nobody was huddled in a group, conversating or gossiping or whatever. Everybody was on the phone. Everybody was helping a customer. Customers were all being helped. It was a very well organized, well-oiled working machine. Not only that, but the vision that I saw that I was getting from the managerial staff of how that they've put their time and effort into the industry, and that they have a thought mentality that I could completely align myself with.
What about the crazy stuff?
The crazy stuff, unprofessionalism.
Unprofessionalism.
Dressed unprofessionally. Salespeople lounging in model vehicles on the showroom floor, just lounging back.
Just lounging or sleeping?
Just sleeping.
Okay, keep it real.
And that was actually only one place, and the other 2 places that I got hired at were completely professional, high-volume dealerships, well-oiled machines that have low turnover on their staff and high turnover on vehicles. So that goes to show you a lot about the dealerships in themselves.
Couple questions I'm going to jump in here. Is how long has this process been from the second you decided to start researching an automotive career to the interview process to actually getting hired? How long did that take you?
It was a 2 to 3 month process.
Over a 2-month process. And can you talk with your heart as far as what sacrifices did you give, in just trying to get this job? How much research, how much training, what type of training did you go through before you even got offered a job?
Oh, wow. Every second that I had extra, as far as, spending time with family, that's always a necessity, but every second that I had extra in a day between working a job, I was spending doing research, reading Ward's Automotive and Auto Success magazine, and on AIS, constantly reading articles and watching videos, and it was every day, all day process, any second I had till 2, 3 in the morning.
So you read Ward's Auto Business Magazine, you read Auto Success Magazine, you were on automotiveinternetsales.com.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what type of trainers, and I'm saying besides me, obviously we're friends, but what type of trainers and what type of speakers in the automotive industry did you gravitate towards? Which ones just really influenced you? Let's just start naming people, man. Shout out some people. I mean, because these people, I believe, helped influence you. They don't even know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do now, but some of them, don't even know who you are. But they had an influence and an impact on you getting into the automotive industry. So let's shout these people out.
Obviously, I mean, I'm getting chills just even thinking about it, how much these people have motivated me and educated me, and they don't even know me. Number 1, to my left right here. Number 2, Jim Ziegler. Number 3, Danny Alcazmi, Ralph Paglia, Peter Martin, Grant Cardone, who else? Mark Tort, Robert Wiseman,
Rodriguez.
Mark Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Oh my God, how can I even forget him? He's unbelievable. Just so many people.
So tell them, from the articles, from their videos, what about it did they do? What mediums? Did you read their articles, or you watch the videos, or both?
Both.
Okay.
I read articles and watched videos through pretty much everybody. And the guy that I really connected with, personality, I think that's a big thing when you watch videos. I'm more of a visual learner, so when I watch a video, I can read something all day long, and it'll take me a couple times to read it over before it sinks into my brain. But if I watch something and I listen, it sinks in that much quicker. And Road to the Sale with Jim Ziegler, wow. I mean, and his personality is just, it's invigorating, it's energizing, and
entertaining.
Very entertaining, yeah. And it just gives you a whole different perspective, and really just the education is so deep. I mean, the Road to the Sale video that I watched was approximately an hour, and I have about a half a book of composition notes on that.
Just on Jim's presentation.
Just on Jim's presentation.
Jim Ziegler. That's what's up.
It just, wow. I mean.
So let me just take back this. So, it took you about 2 months. So are you really freaking serious? For 2 months, you were reading articles in magazines, online, you're on blog sites, you're watching training videos. I plugged them into the Automotive digital training platform, and you had the video on demand. Yeah. I know that you've watched videos of other people on the internet that I have no affiliation with, like Grant Cardone. I mean, shout out to Grant. Grant is a really strong expert in sales and motivation. And again, for me, I wanted you to be exposed to the industry that I fell in love with. And what I was excited about personally is that you were getting the diversity. I didn't want you just to learn Sean Bradley or dealer synergy or just internet sales. Mm-hmm. I wanted you to see an eclectic diversity of just some of our industry's top minds. And then would you say that this preparatory work, this prerequisite training, this curriculum, if you will, did that help you, A, land a job, and A, help you hit the showroom?
Most definitely.
Explain.
The knowledge base that I built before I walked in the door about sales, because obviously, I mean, I sold nothing more than food and pizza and stuff like that. So, and you learn to deal with customers like that, irate customers, good customers, and everything like that. But it's a whole different game, because people come in to buy pizza and they're happy. You know what I mean? Sometimes
That's the tagline from this whole thing. Buying a car is a little bit different than buying a pizza.
Exactly.
I love it. Keep going.
It's exactly true. And sometimes people walk in the door, and at the greetings, they have objections right from the start. So me, I've never dealt with that kind of thing. So what it helped me to do is be able to project and forecast what I was going to be hearing, positive and negative, and how to react to that situation in an appropriate manner, in a positive manner where then I could be able, I don't want to use the word control like I'm controlling somebody, but control of the situation where I would be able to help people to help themselves. Right. Even though whatever experience they've had, in the past before. A lot of people come in from the door unhappy about their past experiences, and so I have to kind of build that relationship with them and build a rapport. So it was definitely a knowledge.
Question.
Yeah, of course.
Next question is, what type of training did you receive at the dealership?
I received an interactive online training, which was a very basic.
Was it from the manufacturer or from the store?
That was from the manufacturer.
And it's Honda. You work for Burns Honda, which is fine to say.
Yes,
so
of course.
So Honda manufacturer gave you a online certification program.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so besides the online certification program, did the dealership provide on-site training as well?
Of course.
And how was that?
It was awesome. Shout out to Ken Carlson, the trainer for Burns Cole dealer group. He's absolutely amazing, really engaging. He not only teaches you and preaches it, but he's there in the depths with you, making sure that the role playing is essential and really getting down. It's an uncomfortable situation doing role playing, but when you do it over and over again, the things that you're learning become second nature to you. So as far as objections and rebuttals and negotiation and handling the sale from start to finish, he was an absolute blessing and really, really awesome to work with him. And I look forward to learning more from him and everyone in the industry.
So now when you put all the preparatory work, you know, the 2 months of research, reading, watching videos, taking notes, you know, brainstorming ideas, then going and trying to get a job and waiting the months and going back and forth and finally landing an amazing job at a very, very respected, high-caliber dealership, Burns Honda in New Jersey, and going through the Honda training and the dealership training, and you put it all together, what was it like for you to actually hit the showroom and take your first up?
It was awesome. It was... I have high expectations for myself. I have high expectations for my dealership, and it was just awesome to be able to finally put myself in front of a customer and engage them and really show them who Joe Argento is and teach them about our dealership and why I have pride in not only our product but in my workplace. Why Burns Honda is, has won 5 President's Awards in the past decade, and why we're going to continue to win President's Awards with the leadership that the dealership has. And I think that's a very powerful thing to,
Just 2 quick questions because we're running out of time here. What was the first week that you were solo? How many deposits, how many solds in just the first week after you're touching the floor did you have?
2 deposits and 1 sale, and 3 appointments or 2 appointments set up. So.
And is that in 5 days, 4 days, or 7 days?
That's in technically 1, 2, 3 days.
Okay, so in 3 days, not 5, not 7, but in 3 days, you had 2 deposits, 1 sold, and a couple more appointments for pending opportunities, correct?
Yes. Okay,
last and final question. How much do you love the opportunity in the automotive industry, and why? Last question.
I love the opportunity for the reason that you get out what you put in. It's a commission-based job, so there's many different ways to make money upon it. But the fact of the matter is, if you're willing to put the effort in, and you're willing to put the time in and the energy in, and it's all good, positive energy, effort, and your time, you're going to get out of it, not only financially what you deserve, but also emotionally fulfilling and just overall fulfilling as an occupation, career.
First and foremost, I want to just congratulate you on your journey in automotive sales. I am very proud of you, Joe, and I'm very good at this, and I'm very good at spotting, success in the making. And I really believe that you have an incredible career that you're about to catapult into. I think that you are a rising star. I think that with your own innate, essence, your own integrity, your own morals, your own character that you bring to the automotive industry, coupled with, the influence and the training and the education, the great dealership that you're with, it's a perfect storm for success. And I personally, and I know Karen Bradley's personally would agree, that we are so looking forward to sharing in your success, watching you evolve and become what you're destined to become in this industry. So congratulations, my friend.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having me here on the show today.
All right. Joe Argento, you're going to hear that name a lot more. Take care.